Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to another video. Much appreciated you guys taking a little time out of your day to watch. And today I'm going to give you guys 3 secrets about early season buzzbait fishing in cold water. And I think it's really going to surprise you how effective it is. And it's something that I've been doing for years. And I'm going to share some good juice and some good secrets for you that's taken decades to learn. Real quick, just wanted to remind everybody, got a housekeeping tip here, help keep the bills on. If you guys are interested in becoming members of the channel, that's probably one of the best ways that you can do to support the channel here. And if you become a member of the channel, you get additional videos every week that aren't seen by the public. Some of the memberships have access to my personal email address for your fishing questions. And it's just a great way to help support here. Sort of like a Patreon type deal, except you get some perks with it. If you're interested, just go to my YouTube homepage, click on the About section, and then click on Intuitive Memberships to give you all the info for that. Okay, talk about the buzzbait fishing, guys. I'm going to give you guys 3 secrets about this early season buzzbait fishing that not a lot of people know. And this is something that a lot of the pros and guys don't talk about because it's something that can be so effective during the right conditions. And it's getting pretty close to it. It's like it happens before a lot of people realize it's going to happen. So the first thing I want to talk about is water temperature. The early season buzzbait, and here's the buzzer I'm going to talk about. This is the Jamaica Boa Mega Bass Mix. It has become my favorite buzzbait by far. The thing is freaking awesome. Big fish lure. But the first thing the first secret I want to give you guys is it has to deal with water temperature. Water temperature for the early season buzzbait is critical as far as when you want to start throwing this thing, because the best time to throw a buzzbait in cold water is before other people have start throwing it. Normally it's the guys you hear catching them on it, or guys winning tournaments, that type of stuff. It's because they're throwing it before anyone else thinks the buzzbait's going to work. The water temperature, in order for this to be good, is normally it's got to be somewhere in the low 50s, and that's pretty cool for top water. But what happens is when you start getting water temperatures in the low 50s, some of the first fish to move up into this extremely shallow water with the longer daylight hours are some of the biggest fish in the lake. That's why this early season buzzbait pattern, it's a big fish technique. I mean, the average fish that you're going to catch in this, guys, is going to be pushing 4 pounds. It's a big fish technique. So once that water temperature starts getting in the low 50s, this is when you need to start thinking about it. But the first thing you have to remember is this buzzbait deal that I'm talking about, there's a window as far as the weather goes, as far as this thing works. And you've got to have a couple different things going on. You have to have an abnormally warm period in the spring. Say, for example, it's March right here. Here in Missouri, the water temperatures are not quite even 50 degrees yet. But if we get a period where, say, it's abnormally, unseasonably warm, like in the 70s for 2 or 3 or 4 days, what's going to happen is there's going to be some big ones move up in super shallow water, normally in the back ends of the cuts, the back ends of the coves, and they get in like 1 to 3 foot of water in the most stained part of the lake. So that's what you want to look for. You want to look for shallow water that's warming up quick on these unseasonably warm days, that has some stain to it, because that combination of shallow water, stained water, and the water that's warming up real quick, and the quickest water to warm up is the water in the back ends of the coves. That's the first place you want to look for it. Second secret I'm going to give you guys has to do with the bait a little bit. You want to use a big buzz bait. I use a 1/2 ounce size. This is a 1/2 ounce Jamaican Boa. I'll include the Baitworks link in the description if you guys are interested in getting some of these. With a big blade on it. And the reason why you want to use this is the bait that you could reel slow, and you have got to reel this thing slow in the cold water buzzbait situation. And the way that you do that is a couple different things. You want to throw this on the longest rod that you got, and that's why I like throwing this thing on a flipping stick. I use that Mega Bass Oakley's flipping stick, 7.5 feet long. The next thing you want to do with it is throw it on heavy line. I use 25-pound test Seaguar and VizX with the flipping stick, and with this, I can throw that thing out there and I keep my rod tip high, like in the 11 o'clock position, and I can just barely crank that handle. The combination of the heavy line, the long rod, in a high position that allows me to work this bait real slow across the surface. So you just want to reel it fast enough to get the blades turning on the thing. That's another big key to it. And the final thing is you want to use black, guys. The black color is key in cold water. You can't hardly get a bite on a white or a chartreuse or a shad type pattern. You want to use black. There's something about that. When you have this combination of water temperatures in the low 50s, a rising barometric pressure with a warming trend, normally a south wind, normally also if you need some overcast with that, stained water, when all this comes together, this big half-ounce black buzzbait is going to be a deadly bait for you guys, I'm telling you, in the early spring. And it's something that happens every single year. And normally, like I said, I look for water visibilities anywhere between, say, 1 to 3 feet. It's not going to work that good if you have over 3 foot of visibility or if you have under a foot of visibility. Ideally, it's that, like right around 2 foot visibility is perfect for just about like that. So anyway, guys, give it a try. One other thing sometimes I'll do with it is I'll put a big, some type of a bulky trailer on the back of it. That allows the bait to even be a little bit more buoyant, allows me to reel a little bit slower. And I can't wait, man. When that water starts to get into the 50s, I'm thinking about the buzzbait. I've had some awesome days on it all across the country. So give it a try, guys. Early season cold water buzzbait, big fish technique. Not a lot of people do it. A lot of people just bypass it or overlook it. But give it a try this spring. See what you think. See y'all later.